Hey everybody, welcome back to the Fury Boys Racing channel. I'm John, and this is my hill climb sprint car. The big push is on. We're waiting on one crucial part to get in, and then once that's in, we can start installing some parts permanently and getting this thing ready to do some testing. There's a lot to do, so stay tuned and we'll go over everything. Okay, first thing, I got this in the mail, and this is the correct master cylinder to replace that one over there. In fact, I think that one wasn't even the right size. I was looking for a 3/4 inch master cylinder, and that one said 0.88 on the side. This one actually does say 0.75, so maybe that was a blessing in disguise. Anyway, moving on. As you can see here, I got the flange back for the torque tube. I also cut this down. I think I mentioned I did that in the last episode. I cut down the actual tube itself, just right here. I got a new Teflon tube, cut it down to size, about 10 3/4. And what I've done was I measured everything, with the tube, in consideration. And that's how I got all the measurements for that. Where the tube's going to end when it's all installed and everything is right about here. And that's when the rear end is fully installed and all of that stuff. Now, what I also had to allow for was the installation of everything and maintenance of everything. So this has to, when this flange comes off, it and the tube have to slide in here enough to where I can get into the coupler that's in there and put the snap ring in there. That is a difficult task, and on any sprint car that's going to be a difficult task. That snap ring is a beast, and it's very hard to work with. But it's pretty much the only thing you have out there to hold that piece in. Anyway, like I said, cut this down. I think everything with the torque ball is ready to go. I actually did take a little bit more off since the last time I talked to you. I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm going to get this pressed in. I got to go over to Winners to have that done. I was going to do it myself, but they have, since it has a Teflon coating, it's a little bit more difficult to get put in there. And they said they would help me out with that. So I'm going to have that done probably tomorrow so that I can install the driveline and get things finalized. I think in the meantime, I might paint these and, maybe try to clean up a little bit. I got the new master cylinder in there now, and I rigged all this stuff up to kind of do a proof of concept, and it works flawlessly. Now, the only thing it's not even a big concern, but a little bit of concern here is the fact that this is kind of wobbly this way. I thought that I could just, put a tack here, weld a tack here to hold that from moving around, but I do need it to pivot because when you adjust this, then this bar moves this way and this way, and that gives you your brake bias. So can't mess with that, but what I was thinking is get something that bridges these two rods together. I'm not sure what yet, but then if I can do that, maybe it'll hold it square. So gotta brainstorm on that. A little bit more to come on that. I'll show you what I get when I come up with it. As I mentioned before, I had a situation with this bias bar right here. These two master cylinder push rods were just flopping around, and I needed a way to make sure that they weren't just flopping in the breeze like that, so that they were semi-secure but also could move the way they need to in order to do their job. So what I came up with is I found the shock spacers that I had here. I put some O-rings behind that, and that's all being pushed on by this spring here. And this spring moves with the bias bar, so it'll constantly have tension on it. And it's working out really well. I'm going to have to test it, in real time, or while we're actually driving the car to, officially test it. But from what I've done right now, I think it's working really well. As you can see, I've also finished up that brake pedal. It came out pretty nice. It's not very pretty, some of these welds, but they're all good welds. They penetrated really nice. There's no holes, there's no porous welds or anything like that, so it's all good. I'm pretty happy with the brake setup. Down there you can see I cut a little corner off of that, and that's just basically to get a little bit more travel out of the brake pedal before it hits the bell housing. So more to come. Working on everything that I can without having the one crucial part that is getting done pretty much right now, I hope, and then we'll have it back in a day or two, and then we could start moving new stuff in here, put the crash bars in, a whole bunch of other stuff. I will keep you guys up to speed on all of that. So I just finished welding in this removable bar here. The bungs went inside here. They basically intersected with the bungs that are here for the seat mount, and that kind of locked them in, and then I TIG welded them around, and we're good to go. Well, that's where I'm going to wrap it up for this episode. Today is Monday. I dropped that torque tube off on Friday late in the afternoon, and it's only Monday afternoon, so I got to give them a little bit of time to get that together. As soon as I get that together, then I can test fit it, and then the game's on from there. The final push, we should have everything we need to get to our first race for the season. Really looking forward to that. Still a lot of work to do, but I'm going to try to get it done efficiently and the best that I can so that the car is not only safe, but it's fast. So with that, you guys please like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.